Now it's time for my official Detroit Lions 2022 NFL season predictions. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome to Detroit Lions Syndicate. If this is your first time here, we talk all things about the Detroit Lions. And if you like that type of thing, then subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can hit the notification bell to get these videos in your notification feed. That way, you don't have to look for them. They're right there. There's not much going around in the news cycle for the Detroit Lions. Taylor Decker did restructure his contract, which freed up $3.5 million in cap space. But other than that, we're just waiting, man. Waiting on next week. In 8 days, the Detroit Lions season begins. So this is something that I do every year. This is just the first time I'm going to bring it to this channel. We like to joke around and say that our record prediction is for entertainment purposes only. There's a lot of factors that can go into this. Players get hurt that were healthy at the beginning of the season, and you never know what can change. But at the same time, that also goes for the other teams as well, which is why sometimes the backup players, including a backup quarterback, is a big deal. So for the first time on this channel, we're going to do my official record prediction for the Detroit Lions 2022 NFL season. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. All right, so the Detroit Lions start the 2022 NFL season at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. If you guys remember, I had done a record prediction before. This is after draft, but before the final 53-man roster. So this is going to be my official one coming up here. The Lions have quite a bit of home games back-to-back, and as we go down here, if you guys can see, we actually have 3 in a row, which did not happen last season. So that's going to, I think, work to our advantage. But if we go back here and we start this thing, I think the Detroit Lions they're going to host the Philadelphia Eagles, but we don't know what type of team we're going to get from the Eagles. They beat us down 44-6 last year, but at the same time, the Detroit Lions played they started to come alive against the San Francisco 49ers last season and made that valiant comeback effort. But I still think the Detroit Lions are going to lose this game to start the season, week 1. Now, if we go to the second game, the Detroit Lions have a back-to-back home game. I think we are going to be able to beat Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders. There will be no Chase Young. I believe he will be out for at least the first 4 weeks of the season, and we've got a Carson Wentz who will be on his third team in just as many years. So I'm going to pick the Detroit Lions to beat the Washington Commanders in week 2. Now we go on the road to the Minnesota Vikings. I can't remember what I picked earlier with this game. I want to say that I picked the Minnesota Vikings. The Lions will be on the road. They have Justin Jefferson. We don't know who's going to check them. This one is too early for me to tell, but I think on the road, the Minnesota Vikings are going to win this game. Now we go down to week 4. The Detroit Lions will be hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Now the Seattle Seahawks absolutely annihilated us last year. It was the only team to put up 50 points on the Detroit Lions in Seattle. But that was a different Detroit Lions team and a different Seattle team. They no longer have Russell Wilson, and they don't know what they're going to do at quarterback between Geno Smith and Drew Lock. And I believe Geno will begin the season as the starter. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions to win this game. Into week 5, right before their bye week, where the Detroit Lions will go into Foxborough and face the New England Patriots. Now, this game is a bit of a conundrum for me. Matt Patricia, former Detroit Lions head coach, I believe, is calling the offensive plays, and rumor has it that the Patriot fans are already sick of him. But I think that the Lions are going to lose this game, although I would love to see them win. All right, so I'm going to pick the New England Patriots to win this game. Let's go to week 6, the bye week. On the road in week 7, the Detroit Lions will go to Jerry World and play the Dallas Cowboys. This game was an easy game to pick at first, and now I'm not sure because I believe that Jameson Williams is going to be back. I think this is when he makes his return. And it's tough. It's tough. They got Diggs. They got Zeke. who hasn't really been himself in a while. I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys to win this game. So the Detroit Lions will be 3-3 going into Week 8. Week 8, at home against the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill. I still have the Lions losing this game to the Miami Dolphins. Now, this is their second of 3 back-to-back stints for the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions will host the Green Bay Packers, and I am going to have them lose that game as well. Aaron Rodgers is still there, but they don't have Devontae Adams, so it could go either way. If you're sitting out there and you're like, man, the Detroit Lions, I don't know if they're going to do this. I could see these games going any type of way, but this is just my prediction based on how the team is right now and on paper who probably should win this game. There's a lot of factors that go into place, and we'll see those as the season plays out. So the Detroit Lions go on the road and face the Chicago Bears. I think the Detroit Lions are going to win this game. The Detroit Lions will go on the road again and play the New York Giants, who they'll be facing off against not only Khalil Pimpleton, who's on the practice squad, but Kenny Golladay. Let's see if he can return to his Detroit Lions glory. But I still have the Detroit Lions winning this game. So the Detroit Lions record thus far in 2022 at this moment is 4-6. You got to be honest. That's pretty decent, right? Considering that people just have us winning maybe 6 to 7 games. I think Vegas has us at 6.5 for the year. Now we host the Buffalo Bills. I don't know. This game could be kind of like the Arizona game last year where the Detroit Lions defied expectations and won. But, man, this Buffalo offense is going to be high-powered. And even though the Detroit Lions have put up a valiant effort, I have the Detroit Lions losing this game and the Buffalo Bills winning this game. That Buffalo game is the beginning of the last stint for the Detroit Lions with consecutive home games. They have 3 in a row. I think they are going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the highlight of that match is going to be the number 1 pick versus the number 2 pick. At this point, both of those guys will probably be battling for Rookie of the Year, and I have the Detroit Lions winning this game. I also have the Detroit Lions winning at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Depends on who's in at wide receiver. Is Dalvin Cook healthy? What's going on there? So that's 2 back-to-back wins for the Detroit Lions, their first of the season. Now we go into the Meadowlands and we play the New York Jets. I have the Detroit Lions winning this game, and this is what I was talking about this home stretch where we play statistically teams on paper that we should be able to beat. But the Jets defense is overhauled. They got Jermaine Johnson, picked up a lot of guys in the draft. I still think the Detroit Lions on the road can win this game. Baker Mayfield. When I made this pick earlier, Baker Mayfield was not part of the Carolina Panthers. So I think this one is going to be a really, really good game. I'm hoping that the Detroit Lions can pull that off. That would be a 4-win streak for the Detroit Lions. I don't know when the last time the Detroit Lions had a 4-win streak. So now we go to hosting the Chicago Bears. We win that game. And what does that put us at? 9-7. So this is the exact way I picked it earlier this season. And then I think we go into Green Bay and lose to the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers will win the division yet again, and that puts the Detroit Lions right here at 9-8. Now, just really, really quick, if I went over this, any of these games can flip. We could beat Dallas. We could beat Minnesota. We could beat teams that on paper we should lose to, like the Miami Dolphins. So it's possible. We could even go in and at home and upset the Bills. You never know. We upset the Arizona Cardinals last year, so it is very, very possible. So we end the 2022. We end the 2022 regular season with a 9-8 record. We were 3-3 in the division, 7-5 in the conference. We were 5-4 at home and 4-4 away. Now here's something that I want you guys to see right here. Versus winning teams from last year, we went 1-8. Versus losing teams, we went 8-0. And this is ironic because that's exactly how I picked it. I picked it based on like the power rankings of my own versus winning of what I had these teams. So this is probably not going to be the case. We probably will beat a couple winning teams and lose to a couple losing teams from last year. So there is my 2022 Detroit Lions record prediction. I tell you what, if that happens, I believe that the Lions are going to make the playoffs. They should be able to get at least the 5th seed. A 9-8 record in the NFC should all but guarantee a playoff appearance. But with that, if the Green Bay Packers win and win the division, then of course we would have to go on the road for our first playoff game in over 6 years. So that would be fantastic. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Had the Detroit Lions kind of struggling early there, but then coming alive at the end of the season. But I think in all reality, we probably will take one of those early games and beat somebody we're not supposed to, and then we'll lose to somebody we're supposed to beat on paper near the end of the season. So give or take a few games and a few victories against opponents that we literally stood no chance, like the Arizona Cardinals last year. I think that will be my official record prediction. The irony of this whole thing is that CBS Sports has the Green Bay Packers winning the division, and they have the Detroit Lions at number 2 with a 9-8 record. So now remember, guys, the past couple of years when these records have been predicted, a lot of these, CBS Sports, ESPN, remember they had us at 3-13. We went 3-12-1. Last year, a lot of these outlets had the Detroit Lions at 3-14, and we go 3-13-1. I'm just saying, stranger things have happened. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the Detroit Lions record will be for 2022? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself, and as always, go Lions.